Hi, Jennifer Field with IdeateTV here at East West Players. We are at the world premiere opening night of As We Babble On. I have the actor playing Vish, Sachin Bhatt. Sachin, tell me, what was this like to play this character that, was probably close to home in some ways for you?
It was actually an amazing experience to actually have a voice and to be able to, yes, I've had very similar experiences to Vish and with 9/11 and racism, and it was nice to express, especially to an Asian, to my, I guess you can say, ex-boyfriend in the show, who is Asian, even the stereotypes within like minorities, how we don't always see where people are coming from. So it was really nice to experience that.
And how we all have, different experiences, but yet part of the play's, theme is that you can all connect, even with differing experiences and backgrounds. So, being part of a play like this that's so current, I mean, we're talking about social media, there was cell phones. I don't think I've seen a play with a cell phone on stage. Forgive me, but I haven't yet. I mean, it's like I was watching like a sitcom or something. I mean, you were in a really, really current play. What was that like for you to be in that kind of theater experience?
Well, it's amazing, but it's also funny because we don't know. I still haven't seen a lot of the projections that are on the screens. So sometimes the audience are laughing, and I'm like, I don't know what's being projected at that moment. Like, I have a line that talks about an eggplant emoji. I do know that there's an eggplant showing. But yeah, it's cool to be a part of something that's very modern. And it's just a really fun, open, gay, exciting, funny, and hopefully makes you cry type of show.
It definitely was heartfelt, and I'm sure people cried and definitely laughed. And there was a standing ovation at the end. I don't know if you saw some of that going on.
I might have left stage before that. I don't know.
Speaking of the lighting and set design with all the emojis and like the messages and things like that, what was that like, to be in a play that was talking about race and you want to be able to hit it on the nose and say things and maybe kind of, make people a little uncomfortable, but yet say things that are true, and that everyone would kind of be like, oh yeah, I didn't really see it that way, and I totally relate to that.
I think, this show really informs people about the prejudice and stereotypes that we put on each other. And, everyone in the cast is a minority. We have like Korean, half Korean, Black, Filipino, Indian, and the stereotypes that we even have on each other. And the interesting thing is that we're all first-generation Americans in this show, but it's about, it's
all the characters as well as maybe the actors too.
I believe all the actors are as well.
So you are South Asian, but you were telling me that you experienced racism, like people were like blanketing you with other kinds of, parts of Asia, like Middle East, and people just don't understand the differences, I guess. So what was that? What has that been like, if you want to be a little bit off the, topic of the play? Being an actor, you get to express yourself in ways that other people may not be able to in art. And so you've experienced things like that even recently. This still kind of goes on sometimes for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think fortunately for me, things have lessened, but Nathan wrote it's a very beautiful monologue that I get to say in the show and explain to Benji, my, I guess, ex-boyfriend, just like it hasn't been easy. And everyone, no matter what race, what your background is, we all have our challenges and our difficulties and stereotypes that we have to deal with, and we have to be vulnerable and have courage and, keep pushing forward.
And what was it like, the rehearsal process? This is your first East West Players play, right? So what was this like compared to other, plays you've done or little casts and crews that you worked on together with?
This was really special because it's a new work. So we had many script changes and we had a voice. And so it was a collaborative effort as well, and figuring out who these characters are and what journey they're going on. So it was a very collaborative experience. It was pretty amazing because we're not set on something that was locked. It's new.
So great.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really great experience. Thank you so much, Sachin.
Thank you.
Jennifer Field with IdeateTV.